Hey, what's up everybody, Z here. Today I'm gonna do a full tank update, and I think it's been 1 month after the interceptor treatment. I'm not seeing any bugs coming back, so I'm pretty sure right now I successfully eradicated it from my system. Yeah, so let's get started from the usual LPS section. I finally be able to source a torch and a couple hammer coral that I like. So, and I rearranged the section a little bit. So I moved the green torch with a pink tip beside this tank raised tank spawned torch coral. Since the tank spawned torch coral is growing very fast and it started to shading or blocking the light to the torch that's supposed to be on its left, and I moved over to the middle here and give it more opportunity to grow larger. And as for the dragon soul, it's kind of really growing fast, and I think it's gonna be it's multiplying crazy, so I'll wait till it's fully grown and to almost the size of the blue tip torch over there. Yeah, so this section I think is looking pretty good right now. As you can see, I kind of found a yellow tip green torch at the very back. It's very small right now. Hopefully I can hopefully it grows faster and be able to yeah, I hope the yellow tip torch grow faster and become bigger. And the finished look of this Sanctuary Island. Alright, so moving down to the rock flower. It's getting really big right now, and it started to grow some interesting little red dots in the middle section. Essentially, it's getting it's more beautiful right now. Yeah. Well, moving to the bounce mushroom. Yeah, it's getting really big and taking over. Luckily, I kind of moved around the torch, so it started to shade in a little bit, preventing it growing over this island. So yeah, right now I think it started to kind of escape this rock and started to kind of floating around. But wherever they do that, I'll just catch it and put on the frag. Clam doing good as usual. I think it tripled the size in about 2 years. And let's take a look at the couple hammer that I got. The small one and the one on the top. So this is kind of a little bit yellow, yellowish, and that on the top, upper one is more kind of orangish. Another update is that I got rid of the gigantic elegance coral on this corner. I think it was cranked up in this corner and not really getting its full potential. So I found another owner for it, and he had a much larger system than mine, and it should be able to kind of fully extend its tentacles. Alrighty. Yeah, I think that's the update on this side. Let's do some update on an SPS. This no-name aquapore, it's kind of growing crazy, and I need to start to cut it again, and they even start stretching to the Walt Disney and almost touching it, so I will need to kind of frag it again. I might be find another spot for this coral colony. Yeah, just going too fast and shading everybody around. As for this little red variety, it's doing well, even though it's half shaded by this gigantic core or colony on the top. Still growing very well. As this is heavily infested aquapora colony here, when I had the kind of black box in my system. Right now it's coming back, and I don't see any bugs on it. And it started to growing, and the polyp potential is coming back. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay, moving to the right, this Gila monster is definitely taking up some speed. Even though it's kind of half shaded by those two colonies, still getting some speed. So yeah, the polyp potential is good, so I don't have to worry about it. To the Sunset Midi colony here, this colony is getting really big, and it started to having some issues because it's growing too thick, and it's growing too, the branches are too close or too dense, so the flow and the light, it's hard to penetrate the colonies, and some places start SDN, and not really doing well. The polyp extension is not really at its optimal, even though I kind of add additional flow for this colony. It doesn't really bring back its like optimal condition, but I was still kind of monitoring, and since rest of the coral kind of are recovering from the previous problems, I believe this one needs, I think it just needs more time to get back to its best condition, I guess. Those rest of the colonies in this site, they're just growing fast and touching each other. For instance, this Calitor and this Rambulum, they kind of start to growing into each other. I really need to kind of go into start to chopping, and yeah, I'll talk about that when I get to that site. But as for the bottom here, this Blastomusa little section, as you can see, this my favorite one is kind of getting shaded by the easy ones, or the ones that are growing faster. This one's supposed to be orange one, and I think it's pretty. I think it's the best looking of the bunch. So I need to definitely move the larger one to some other places and give the orange Blastomusa have a chance to grow. Yeah, this is still the tank spawned torch coral. Since it doesn't have much light here, so it grows really slow, but it's still kind of happy here. Chalice doing fun. Nothing too special in this section. Alrighty, let's go to other side. Oh, by the way, since I kind of remove or clean up this section, this side I kind of start to like this side of view. It's just looking pretty good here. All right. Like I said, I got rid of the elegant squirrel. I don't want to add anything here at the moment. I kind of enjoy the empty look, or the negative spacing look. It's just more clean. Yeah, as I mentioned, this torch coral is growing pretty fast. I initially got this torch coral, it was only like a 2 head. Right now, I think about 2 years. Yeah, I can't even count how many heads here. So yeah, it's a super fast grower. Not to mention the frog spawn. I already fragged it so many times. Alrighty, so a special update is this plate coral, or the plate coral skeleton here. It died last year about, I think it was November, December. But I keep the skeleton in the system because I know it's gonna have some babies. And here it goes. I'm not sure if you can see it with this camera lens. I'm gonna put some macro shot of the baby. Yeah, let's hope the baby start to grow and getting bigger and bigger so we can see it with our macro lenses. All right. As for SPS on this section, the green slimer, as you can see, is kind of growing very fast as usual, as normal. It doesn't really get affected by any changes or any issues in the system. It just keeps shooting branches everywhere and yeah, growing very fast. I need to kind of trim it before it kind of shading other corals. Red planet, yeah, this is another kind of fast grower. I already fragged a few colonies of it, but it's still kind of growing, even though kind of slowing down because of all the issues that I had in the system, but right now it should be recovering. Yeah, it's just a fluffy candy cane coral. Goldenrod, it's growing pretty fast right now. It's kind of having a, well, pick up definitely a lot of speed and start to touching the purple rain here. I will definitely go into frag some, just preventing some damages. Hellfire Mini is doing very well. I think it was pounded by the flow before. Right now, it has a more normal flow. I think it's happy about it. Started to picking up some growths. Same as the Red Diablo here. As you can see, I have some cyano patches here and there. I started to having this issue recently, but I'm definitely pretty sure related to some changes or the other issues that I had a couple months ago. But the system is kind of slowly recovering. I don't want to make additional changes about anything right now, so I'm just doing water changes, and everything seems to be recovering right now. As for this section, Fox Flame, it's taking up some speed. As for the growth, and I started to touching all the corals in this section. They kind of start to touching each other, so I really need to get in there, start to frag in a lot of things. I kind of really hate to kind of start to cut in Fox Flame right now because it's just a kind of a small colony right now. I really want it to be growing bigger. Yeah, but this section is kind of cranked together. I think it have 1, 2, 3, 4 different acropora kind of touching each other right now. So yeah, I'll definitely go in and start to trim it. That's on the wall, the back wall. I kind of those two acroporas going well. I mean, don't really have nothing about it. They kind of like the spot, and yeah, I'll just leave them alone. Rest of them are just growing pretty normal, and nothing too special about those. Yeah. Oh, the Chalice coral here. I think this is the mommy eye Chalice coral. I think this is one of my favorite Chalice coral. Since the color is just crazy. Green, yellow, orange, red. Yeah, super cool, and it's growing fine. It's happy about this spot, so I moved the another Chalice here as well. Yeah, I think this is a good spot for them. Alrighty, I think that's That's all for the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.